It's over broke, baby.
That was sad. We Gucci? Well, hello. Welcome back to Hofer Broke. We are now in the year 2025. Give it up for everyone that made it. Give it up. And, I'm glad to be in 2025. We've been recording some episodes beforehand. I really don't know when this one's coming out, but I want to talk about address the elephant in the room. I got a haircut. I hope you like it. And I'm going to talk about that a little later because there's a funny story that goes with it. But 2025, I'm excited for it. And we left 2024 with a bang. I hope you had fun. Not too much fun, though. Because where I worked on New Year's Day on the 1st, and it was so dead. Everyone, I'm sure, was just so hungover from last year. But man, it was fun. I hope that you had fun. I went over to some family's house, my family, and there was a lot of people at this party. And party is an accurate term. Now, there were no drugs. Plenty of alcohol, though. Now, I didn't drink any. I didn't touch a lick of it. You probably don't believe me. But I could be not sober by being sober. Let me tell you. You can ask anyone at that party. I was clean as a freaking whistle. Or an unused whistle, But it was fun. I didn't plan to stay too long. And we partied all the way to the new year. It was really fun. We played a game called Gestures. I don't know if anyone's played Gestures, but it's a really fun game, especially when everyone's intoxicated and you're the only sober one. I think there's a few of us that were sober, but it was so fun. And it was really an unfair game, really, because we made it men versus women, and we had two handicaps, okay? Here's how we had two handicaps. One, there was more women than there were men, okay? So first off, the issue was sexism. Just going to leave that one there. And the second handicap was one of the dudes that we had was the drunkest person at this party. Now, keep in mind, he was the most entertaining person at this party. It was so funny. And so I don't know if you played Gestures before, but basically you have one person that's up acting everything out in front of his team or in front of their team. And the job is for the team to guess the word that they're acting out. And anyway, we played that for a while. And you have like a timer too. So you have your 4 cards. And if your team doesn't guess whatever card that you're on, it'll fall through. Then you have to move on to the rest of them. The goal is just to get however many points that you can. Well, anyway, our drunk person got up to do this, and he had help from one of the women's. Can't believe it. She was a traitor. But anyway, well, it didn't even go well. So we had someone help guess on our team. So this drunk person and the lady that was helping him, they just started. He could not do it to save his life. And one of his words, it was so funny. So as we were all guessing, we had someone on our team, and the woman that was helping him, just pointed at this drunk guy. Just pointed, and one of the kids there goes, "Drunk!" And that was quite literally the word. Because this dude was just gone. It was so funny. And then, they left, and so I decided to stay. And it was good. Getting to watch 2025. I'm sure we caught reruns of it. We watched towards the end. We caught Teddy Swims doing his thing. That was really cool to see. I didn't know Teddy Swims was a real person. And then, Dylan, you might know this one. But who's the name of the woman that does Unwritten? Staring at the blank page.
Oh, is that no, that's not Kelsey Ballerini. Something. What's her name?
Because she did a performance for New Year's.
Hey, I got you.
You got me, cuz.
Yeah. Is that what the song's called?
Yeah, Unwritten for sure. I didn't.
Because isn't that a band name too?
It could be.
Isn't that the same people that standing in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, that's the script.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Natasha Bedingfield.
Yes, Natasha Bedingfield. She, honestly, she looked really good for her.
Came out in 2004.
That's insane. and they had her like come up and do that song.
Yeah.
Now, for a while, I would just listen to that song on repeat, like, just let that inner woman inside me. When they say, I got that dog in me, I got that woman trapped inside me. Apparently, a lot of people do nowadays. Yeah, say less. And apparently, a lot of people have that woman trapped inside them. Remember how I mentioned my haircut earlier? I told Dylan this one off camera, and I'm going to tell it to you now. Speaking of having a woman trapped inside you, I really wanted to get my hair cut, and especially before this party, because I wanted to show up looking like freaking good. Let me tell you, like a sharp knife, that you run with. That's a stupid joke. So anyway, I go to one of the haircut places in my town. I don't know when I would feel comfortable saying that. We'll get there. Anyway, so I went and I was just walking, and they have tons of women there that are just available to cut hair and stuff like that. And anyway, when it's my turn, I finally get someone who they had a mask on over their mouth. First off, that's a red flag right there. People still wearing masks. It was 2024 then, but it's 2025 now. Take it off. Nothing like me going up to like a woman saying, take it off! But I'm talking about the mask, I promise. And anyway, I go back to this person's station, whatever, and they have like their Switch set up with Fortnite on there. Like they just finished a game. And this person said that this is for anyone that wants to play during haircuts and stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool, honestly. And so this person, I wasn't sure about, like, because looking at this person, I thought I kind of looked like a dude, But as this kept going, I heard this person's voice, and then this person started cutting my hair, and I was like, okay, these are not women's hands. First off, your nails ain't painted. But like this person started cutting my hair, and I saw these massive man hands and like this massive vein that people like dudes have like on their arm, and we just kept talking. Yeah, do you Dylan? Now you're checking. You got it, Dylan? Are you a man? Oh, yeah, I saw it. We're just checking Dylan's manlyhood by the camera. And anyway, we kept going, and I was like, yeah, I don't think this woman is a woman. And at the end of it, I get this person's card, and this person writes their name on it, and it says Emma. And this person even mentioned a couple of times that their name was Emma. And so there is a punchline, I promise. But I will say I will go back to this person and get my hair cut. Like I would love to go back. And they know about the podcast, so I hope this person doesn't get offended. Well, anyway, this is where Emma might get offended. I go to my old job. I go to talk for a little bit, and I told one of my buddies there, his name is Chris. Chris, you're getting the writing credits for this one. I told my buddy Chris, and I said, yeah, this person's name was Emma. And without missing a freaking beat, he says, Hemma. One of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. And I was so mad that I didn't come up with that joke. I was so mad, but it was such a funny joke. Now, Emma, if you do end up watching this, it's all fun, all jokes, and you did great on my hair. You did fantastic. I would go back 10 out of 10. And this is my first time going to this person. Yeah, and it has Fortnite. And it was really smart what this person was saying because Emma said that whoever wants to play Fortnite can play it while they're getting their hair cut by this person. And Emma said they get the experience for it. They get like all the points and stuff, and the person just gets to play while they get their hair cut. And I was like, that's pretty smart. And also, is that child labor? Like, it could be. Is that child labor? Like, it could be. Is having Fortnite being played in your place of work, is that child labor? Because, they're not doing the job, but they are helping you on the side, getting all your stuff done. And that was just fun. Had fun at that New Year's party. Got this haircut done beforehand, and as we were leaving 2024, things were happening like going into 2025. It was pretty crazy. Like, this is still news that's developing right now, but if I'm not mistaken, in was it Louisiana? I about said New Orleans and Louisiana at the same time. Uh, Louisiana. So I don't fully know all the details behind this, but I know that it's stupid. Whatever happened, you know? So basically, as far as I know, there was a truck that ran through, and was it New Year's Eve? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, through New Year's Eve, this person was just determined to not let people go into 2025. It was stupid, man. And I don't know the death toll for sure because it's something I haven't been keeping up with too much. But one detail that I know that has a lot of people going crazy is that there was supposedly, I say supposedly just because I haven't seen it. Wow, 15 dead. That's crazy. 15 dead. That is really sad because this was at a New Year's party. These people had like goals and stuff and like resolutions that they probably weren't going to keep. You know, not a lot of people keep their New Year's resolutions, but like that's sad though, and just really stupid. And here's the part where I say supposedly, just because I haven't seen it yet, but there is an ISIS flag or something for ISIS on the back of this truck, and people, yeah, that's crazy. Excuse me, that this is happening with like a whole ISIS flag. Like we got rid of them a long time ago, and you know people try to be terrorists. It's goofy. And on the ADHD note, I'm taking a look at Dylan's arm right now. You have been doing the work, man. Like, yeah. And Dylan's out here, he's flexing now. Like that's a good looking arm, you know. From one straight person to a straight person, let me tell you, that is a good freaking arm, dude.
Just on another note.
My bad.
Yeah, so 15 dead. This is according to ABC News 20 minutes ago. Or, yeah.
20 minutes ago?
Not 20 minutes ago. Just yesterday. 15 dead. And supposedly he opened fire after he got out of the truck.
What the heck?
And the police shot him. I don't know if there was anything ISIS on the truck, but they're just now learning that it was most likely inspired by ISIS. But he was an Army veteran.
Man, talk about hating your country. Like, for real. Like, an Army vet.
Yeah, and if you see the video, which I don't suggest watching it.
No.
But
no way.
Right at the beginning, he's driving normal, and then out of nowhere, he just zips into a crowd of people and just, yeah.
Could you imagine that parade? Like if it was a parade and they're like, oh, hey, you got someone up top just waving and then boom, right turn.
Well, that one is a pretty big parade because I remember 2 years ago I was watching the New Orleans, or maybe it was last year with you.
Might have been. Yeah, we watched something.
I was watching the New Orleans New Year's Eve parade, and they do like a whole cookout on the strip down there.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there was a bunch of people there and it was packed. So,
man, yeah, it always happens in like big places too. And not to get too political, but it is kind of fun pointing out certain things because you'll see people from the left side talk about, well, guns kill people, so let's get rid of guns. Now let's take a look at this incident. Do cars kill people? I think I saw something and it was to the effect of, well, if guns kill people, then cars speed, pencils misspell, something like that. I saw something to that effect, and it's like, well, I mean, like, people behind those things do those things. But that's not the intention of said things. And so I wonder what the reaction is going to be behind this one, because death, it sucks. Yes, it does. And a lot of people losing their life. Yes, this sucks. But I wonder what that response is going to be. Yeah, let's ban all vehicles. Let's go back to the bicycles and horses, dude. I wonder. And so that stuff is crazy. Now, kind of like, you know, somewhat staying in the political sphere of things, I will say right now, and you probably know this already, that just because I look weird, that I lean right. Let me tell you that I lean right. I don't even say I would just lean. I am full blown conservative. There's a lot of, not just because, you know. Yeah, I don't know why you're here in the first place, but your view is definitely much appreciated for sure. But yeah, no, I'm 100% conservative. Um, yeah, Christian conservative, and the reason why I am conservative is because of my Christian views and values. And I just go with whatever side is the most, Christ-like or biblical, whatever. And right now, the right is just that party for me anyway. And and so the reason why I say this is because one of the big giants in conservatism today, and has been for a good while, is the Daily Wire. And I've liked the Daily Wire, but I like people that are more independent for sure. I like people like Steven Crowder. Uh, yeah, well, Matt Walsh, he's part of the Daily Wire, but I do like him though too. Now, here is why I bring up the Daily Wire. So I think it was 5, 6 months ago. I'm not sure how long ago it was. They lost Candace Owens. Candace Owens spoke out about the Daily Wire. And here's why I bring this up. I've watched this person, like this channel, grow for the past couple of years. You are probably familiar with Brett Cooper if you like to watch the same things that I like to watch. Brett Cooper, super popular. Their channel, like the comment section, is sitting at like 4.3 million subs right now, I think, and all because of Brett Cooper, because that's why people go to watch. And the channel was called The Comment Section with Brett Cooper. Now, just like me, you're probably wondering, well, why were there episodes with producer Reagan? And Reagan would say, hey, don't worry, Brett's going to come back Monday. And just kept going and kept going and kept going. More episodes with producer Reagan. And then Brett Cooper comes back and says, this is my last day. I think it was on December 10th. This is my last day on the comment section. And then after that, they changed it from the comment section with Brett Cooper just the comment section. And I think now, because of that, they've lost 370,000 subs, like, over time because of this is happening. And here's some crazy stuff. Like, I know I've been saying, like, some, like, theory stuff, like conspiracy theory stuff, but I'm not the only one when it comes to stuff like this, because people in her TikTok comments were like, Brett, if you have signed an NDA and you can't say anything, wear blue on your last day. And she shows up wearing like the biggest blue shirt that I've ever seen in my life. Dylan, were you wanting to add in on something?
I was just going to say Candace Owens left in March of last year, and it was because of disagreements with Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, like over Israel.
Which is the head guy. Yeah, over anti-Semitism.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize.
So if anyone disagrees with the head guy, they're fired on anything.
See, with this one, I that's why Candace left. As far as I know, I don't know all the details, but with this one, there's definitely something going on behind it, because I don't like to look at people's social media and see who they've unfollowed and be like, oh, they hate each other now. Holy crap. Yeah, for real. But here's what's happened though. People have watched. Brett Cooper has unfollowed producer Reagan. That's a big deal. And there's like some other guy. His last name is Boring, which makes sense. And I forget what his role actually is, but he's like some big guy in the Daily Wire. Something Boring. Yeah, Jeremy Boring. So I want to say there was like something with that. Like she unfriended him. But if you look at the people that she remained friends with or who she's following now, she's still following Ben Shapiro and she's still following Matt Walsh. Watching Brett Cooper and Matt Walsh is like, I don't use the word adorable a lot, but it's really adorable watching those two and her just trying to fish with them. It's so funny. And so here's why it's a big deal with producer Reagan. Because Brett Cooper and producer Reagan were like best friends. Brett Cooper got married this past year, which is awesome. That's so cool. And producer Reagan was her best woman, whatever that is, maid of honor. Are you looking at her current subs?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, from the way this tweet sounded from Brett Cooper, What a special way to end 2024. 500K on YouTube on my personal channel that I 100% own.
Yes.
So it seems like she was being controlled too much, possibly on the other one, and they were trying to censor her. Maybe that's kind of what was happening.
Might have been, and that kind of goes to something like I've just been watching videos. I've just been consuming YouTube so much, so I don't know who and what I've been getting all my info from. Which I wish I would have done better with that. But apparently, Daily Wire offered Steven Crowder like this big. I don't know. There's a lot of money that went to it. But Steven Crowder called it a slave contract because basically they were going to give him all this money, but he couldn't say things that were like un-ad friendly type thing. So in a way, he couldn't say everything that he wanted to, because ads like just pushing away like ad. Yeah. So they were going to give him all this money, but he couldn't say everything that he wanted to say, which that's crazy, as far as I know, anyway. Yeah, and so now, Dylan, I will say if you do want to take over broke, you can have it. Because I mean that's what. Yeah, I own you. See, yeah, and that's crazy. And supposedly they gave producer Reagan acting classes to act and to mimic the mannerisms of Brett Cooper. And if you look at them side by side, it is the same. It is the same, just different face and different popularity too. Because what Dylan was just looking at, Brett Cooper, she started her own YouTube channel and now has 500,000 subs and doesn't even have a video out yet. Man, I wish I was that hot, man. I wish I looked like Ben Shapiro too, man. I wish I looked like Ben Shapiro. But yeah, that's crazy. All that stuff is nuts. And to kind of go with her being independent now, I don't know if anyone else has been watching these, but has anyone been like seeing like nostalgic podcasts, like Ned's Declassified podcast, the Wizards of Waverly Pod, and there's a few other ones too. Well, apparently there's just been a lot going on with Ned's Declassified Pod. They're not okay, especially the chick. I don't remember her name, but things were going on. And as far as I know, there was like they were owned by this company too, and so Ned's Declassified Pod got canceled. Some other shows that were connected to that was canceled too, and it's funny because the chick from Ned's Declassified was like, let's get a reboot, let's get going, let's get a reboot, and made a video on TikTok or something like, why did they get to make 4 or 5 different Spider-Mans? Or yeah, I think it was Spider-Man, not Batman. It could have been Batman too, but like, why do they get reboots and blah blah blah? And the backlash was crazy because first of all, can you shoot webs? Yeah, can you do that? Can you do that? Can you? Do you grab eggs for your Aunt May? Do you do that? It's a bunch of just silly stuff. And I heard someone say that Ned's Declassified was like mid at best, and the reason why you had it on is because the show you were watching went to commercial. I didn't even watch that show much as a kid.
I will say I loved that show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You love it?
I don't know why.
Man, like I see the appeal to it for sure, but I didn't watch it as a kid. I didn't watch it.
I was going to mention something else that had happened. Did you see the Cybertruck that exploded?
No! Oh my gosh.
In front of the Trump Tower?
No! What?
Yeah. So, 8:40 a.m. This was Wednesday, so New Year's Day. A man who was driving a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas on Wednesday morning. He ended his life before that.
The dude ended his life?
Yeah, and he was an Army sergeant. What's going on with all these Army people?
What is going on with the Army guys right now? Man.
But, I mean, that doesn't just seem coincidental. Like,
no.
Elon Musk has been supporting Trump.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a Cybertruck explodes right in front of
one of his
hotels.
Yeah.
On New Year's Day.
Wow. What is going on with... Yeah, what is going on with the Army guys and drugs? Like, what is happening right now? Like, first off, hats off to you for blowing up a Cybertruck. I've seen people try to shoot those things.
It was like a firework.
Man.
Like it exploded and then exploded little pieces.
Wow. Uh, Katy Perry was in the army. That's crazy. Yeah, probably listen to Firework before he killed himself. That would be wild for that to be the last thing you listen to. That almost leads to like a crazy, like messed up question. What would the last song that you want to listen to before you die? Probably "If I Die Young" by the band Perry. And just those are the instructions. Those are what a bop, man. I don't know. Oh, another one bites the dust.
That'd be an amazing killing, like in a movie. That'd be a great song.
Yeah, just to kill people. Oh gosh. Here, we're gonna plan our own. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna finish that joke. No, not even gonna finish that one. But
Dang it, now I have to edit.
whatever. You don't have to edit that one. But yeah, but that's crazy. Like, but definitely some planning went into that for a Cybertruck. First off, that's a lot of money that you just wasted. I don't know how much a Cybertruck is, but
He passed away.
so this man just could not. Yeah, this man just could not live with these consequences. Yeah, and it's weird because these events were with trucks and with former army people. Wonder what's going on there. Like, cause I almost thought like almost like a militia type thing, but I don't think that'd necessarily be like.
Honestly, I'm surprised there wasn't more
Yeah, yeah.
with what's been going on.
It's yeah, and yeah, definitely some planning was going on with it just because it's a Tesla in front of Trump's tower, and yeah, that's crazy. Do you know if Elon has responded in any way?
I don't think it
He'd probably be like, "You suck."
Well, it was weird because in the video you see a guy standing right next to it by a mailbox, but luckily it was just minor injuries.
Oh, good. Okay.
But he's just chilling. I mean, all these videos we're seeing of these attacks, like people were just living life, like,
Yeah.
just chilling. And then there was another video of something falling. I think it was in Chicago. It was like some scrap metal fell from the building and missed the guy like by
Holy
a foot.
crap, man!
And it landed right in the middle of these people. And it's like, how do they get lucky? And then like random people,
yeah,
like I don't know. It's weird.
man, that is nuts. Honestly, super nuts because. Oh, Hofer Broke is active right now on TikTok. That's crazy. Whoa, meta. Man. Yeah, like all this stuff is crazy. Why do people try to do this? Like, well, first off, at all. Why do any of this at all? But so that's kind of a fail on the Cybertruck dude, right? Because there was only one fatality and it was him. Yeah, assuming it was an attack, and it was him. Or maybe he just really hated his Cybertruck and he's like, well, check out the irony in this one. Kills himself and then blows it up in front there. Man, yeah, there's no telling. And plus, like with the CEO thing too, it's like what are people like? What's happening right now? It's crazy. Well, I just want you to know that you won't catch me doing any of that stuff because I am a sane person, or at least try to pretend to be anyway. Man, it's all goofy. All this stuff is just so goofy. Man, we just need to. Why can't we just give love a chance, man? Give peace a chance, man. Yeah, let's bring back the freaking hippies. Like, I don't care if they're on LSD. They just want to love you. Yeah, I mean, the only thing they wouldn't kill is brain cells. You know, that's the only. Yeah, themselves, brain cells, whatever. They just want to be killing all that stuff, just smoking everything.
I'd say
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. So I think, have said enough in this episode, and I want to give a huge thanks because as we ended 2024, like we started in like November probably. Yeah, we started in November, so we haven't been doing this very long.
No. We started at December 11th.
Really? What? December 11th?
It's only been 3 weeks.
Well, Dylan and I both want to say thank you to everyone that has just been watching us. Like, we have 50 subs on YouTube, 29 followers on TikTok, and the views that we've been getting on Instagram and Facebook too have also been amazing. And the views on TikTok, especially, like we've been we've been steady at like 900 views per video. And thank you guys for everyone for the comments and stuff. Now, I will have to forgive the person that said, sorry, I had Taco Bell on that one where I was talking about cleaning up freaking crap at the gas station. Yeah, you think you're funny? You think you're funny? You're not.
I didn't see that. Sorry, I was eating a lot of time.
Yeah. if I had a qualm with any of the comments, that was one of them for sure. Oh, but it was so funny though. Thanks for making jokes with us. Thanks for watching. We got so much more planned. We're gonna be recording more episodes. Yeah, we just want to hear from you guys too. Cousin Taylor, by the way, she's still going hard with us, man, and it's all so good. So I think we're gonna end it here, and I hope you go all out in 2025. And remember, come back for a little bit of Hope for Broke. This Hope for Broke, baby.